Well, hello. Welcome back to a brand new episode of DUD or Spud. I'm Maniacal. Today's movie we're going for came out in 2001 and it's called Cradle of Fear. Now, this one is a British horror anthology starring Danny Filth from the band Cradle of Fear. Now, there's a gentleman, a user, who comments quite often called Emula789. I recommend you actually check their channel out because they play like Boulder Bash, if you know about that, the old school games. I didn't realise how many of them they made. Like, literally, like hundreds of videos on them, and like, what? There's more of these. Awesome. But anyway, yeah. In one of the comments, it just got brought up, kind of thing. I was like, oh, you know what? Actually, that'd be a good one for DUD or Spud. Thanks, making me remember that, because I saw this, but it was years ago. Like, again, it was one of these in my uni times when I went through the whole phase of watching the craziest shit I could. This was on there. I remember, I think maybe one of the stories, like I remember it being a bit gross in points, like you feel a bit dirty watching it. I think I remember that. And I think I remember it being quite cheaply done. Because at the time I knew Cradle of Filth were, and I was like, oh, the guy from Cradle of Filth, oh, they have a production value behind it, surely. And then I was a bit surprised by that. That's all I really remember from there. And obviously Danny Filth shows up. He's like links to stories and shit somehow. But I do remember it being a bit, like, gross. I think that's all I can fucking remember from there. Talking of, if you've seen this film yourself, what did you make of it? After my reaction and my, my review at the end, you agree? And the other thing, why I was like, why haven't I done this for a while? So I was like, oh, it's 2 hours. That's a lot of editing. But, it's got to be done, innit? But, yeah, Emily, thanks for, sort of re-bringing it back to my attention. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, it's a sign, let's go for it. So let's say no more and watch Cradle of Fear from 2001. So you go, starts off with Danny Filth. Just walking down, doing a Freddy Krueger without the long arms, alright? Now look at this, his shadow strangled him. And then he puked up. Was he helping him? Was he like in need of spewing up and he was going to die? And he was like, instead of patting your back, here we go, you fuck. I think he might have helped him. He just goes around. Mate, in Britain, like, especially in 2001, bro, this is exactly what happened. You fucking looking at me. Come on, man. We've covered this on Funny Man, Wales or whatever. It happens everywhere. So he's looking for the fight. Let's see what happens. He just threw the lit cigarette in him and let them hit him. He's one of them types. He's into that, isn't he?
Look what we got here then.
Look at this. Well, he spewed up blood that time, so he's not helping this guy out. He's ripping out his neck. Lucky. The noise. Wow. That was funny as fuck. Oh, they're definitely having a laugh at this shit. Like, alright. Yeah, I said fetish design. Someone was credited for fetish design. And also, I'm pretty sure this whole fucking credits thing is a spoiler, because isn't it the deaths of all the characters you're going to introduce in the film? Now you're just... Yeah, don't worry about that. Oh, there's the film turning off now. Nice one. Alright, so they're opening with them already dead. Fair enough then, like. She was breathing on the bed then.
Gotcha.
He's just looking around going, is this an April Fool's? That's clearly prosthetics. What the fuck's going on here, like, you know what I mean? And then he grabs her tit.
What the fuck are you doing?
Just his work.
What's he doing? Just his work?
What?
So by grabbing women's tits and that, he can see what happened. Is that a thing? If so, can I have that ability, please? Look at him just staring at her, giving her the eyes and that shit. So is Keanu Reeves going to turn up? Because this is like the clip on The Matrix, isn't it? I love staring into camera, doesn't he? Like, blue steel. We definitely get tits out in this. I absolutely remember that. Like, obviously I can't show it, unfortunately, but just to let you know, I might be quiet for a bit because of, editing purposes, shall we say, like,
Go get some snacks. Perhaps a carbonated soda.
So he's turned into like a tentacle monster thing, and because of the strobe lights and a lot of tits and editing, I won't show it, but you can't really see it, so I see why they've done the strobe light effects. Like, this looks pretty fucking shit, doesn't it? No, just lights on and off, no one will notice. Like this, it's in the scene, it's integral, it's a tentacle monster. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Oh, this is it. This is what I remember. It's gross out imagery. She's just there in a fucking shower and blood's just coming. That shit grosses me out so much. Like, you know, I can watch so much mad shit. It's crazy, but I don't know that in particular. It's just and now she's spooning the toilet. Exact reaction, relatable reaction.
Good day, dude.
Yeah, he's got little horns on his head. He's like, now you're one of us. That's like she starts seeing people in cheap Halloween masks. I mean demons and stuff now, isn't it? Guys, just hanging around here. Look at this. This is like, is this a horror film or just, this is normal London? That's what I mean. This ain't a horror film. This is just what happens when you walk around in London and you're, you know, pranging off your fucking tits like this. This is normal, right? Look, there's a guy in a cheap Halloween mask here.
Pathetic.
Yeah, look at that. For 2001, that's not bad, mate.
I feel fucking awful. What the fuck was in those pills?
Acting award for sure.
You did nothing wrong.
Ah, the classic. Quit blaming yourself, you did nothing wrong. She goes, he just fucking picked me up and used me. You willingly went for a one-night stand.
Cool.
Do you know what the definition of a one-night stand is, or...?
What an idiot!
Touch me.
Touch me? She's like, wake up, touch me. She's like,
Touch me.
okay.
You can feel it here.
Ah, feel you. Go on, go a bit lower, go a bit lower. So she's going, oh, he's put something inside me, feel down here, you know, this is all wrong. You know, after doing whatever. She got her fingers cut off, but she was all about to, like, try it on with her. It's like, do you know what STIs are? But anyway, she got her fingers cut off and this is happening. Awesome. Yeah, look at this. Oh, so she's gonna stab herself? Right? Why'd it gone to a picture and edited like that? That's weird. Yeah. Right in the mouth, love. And that came out, alright. Now what the fuck are you? Kick it!
You die!
Ah! Well, I killed her.
Fucking embarrassment.
So, the guy grabbed a woman's tit and that's what he envisioned? Do you think maybe he's just a fucking psychopath and just likes grabbing women's tits and just does weird things, or... You know, is that really what happened? You know what I mean?
But that new computer system's a load of old wank.
Yeah! I love that saying.
Something about you touching the dead bodies.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, what's this about you touching up corpses? You know?
I don't know.
Any particular reason?
Yeah, any particular
To make sure
reason?
they really are dead.
How long has this been going on, Pete?
He's just openly be like, yeah, I've been touching up corpses for 7 years, mate. So some guy who was in prison, like Cutty, just cut his finger, put it on a coin, sent a letter out, and it goes to this guy, so... Go kill these people, I guess, something like that. How bad that text is here, like, fucking hell. Like, he's not even subtle, he's just obvious. Right, so they're basically gonna rob a house, alright then. Ah, look at this. She's smacking him in the head. Alright. The sound effects are...
Go on,
Ah, he's back up. What the fuck? She stabbed him in the fucking face. And of course he's not dead.
What?
Yeah, she's lovely. She bashed his head in now and she's like, ah.
I'm asking all those questions.
She's still covered in blood and all this, right? So is this like another event where they've gone and killed someone else? Because she's like, you've told your sister about it. I'm assuming they just killed the guy, they're washing it off. Well, what point does she speak to her sister unless this is another time so they regularly kill people, I guess?
I don't know.
These are massive.
Ah! So how did she tell her sister when maybe it was from a past event she told her something? Because that's like how does sister know when she's been there the whole time and shit?
What the fuck?
Well, she fell on that and then she fucked herself, did she, or... There was a plank flat on the floor when she tripped over it. Look at the top of the stairs, it's fine. She tripped over the plank, that was the whole point, she got knocked out. It's no longer sticking out. Did someone fix it and say, I'll leave her, sleep there, knocked out, fuck it.
Ah, go on, bro.
Look at that, milk's been left out on there, not in the fridge or nothing. Don't tell me you're going to drink from that, you're going to spew up straight away. Now look at this. Shit, Sophie! Can't know what the fuck he's saying, the modulation on the voice, what? That's it, stab in the eye. There we go. She just rubbed that across her face at him.
Ah, go on, bro.
The fuck, he's woke up to this?
Ha! Gay!
Oh yeah, there's a guy who's in jail apparently, in a prison. Is he like... Yeah, go on then. Although they're fake teeth, blatantly, you can see. Right, so they've recovered the coin that the guy in a prison had. So they're all related. Basically, everyone who's dying, someone who prosecuted him on trial, I think it's all like family members he's going after now, as like a revenge thing, basically. So he's sacrificing a fake toy cat. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but there we go. Ah, look at that. They had to cut away because he definitely spewed that back up.
Oh, no, I think that was just a little too much.
A clever bastard.
Get that light on. Remember, don't look in his eyes.
So this Kemper guy they got in prison was like a hypnotist or something. He weren't mad. He actually did. But because they keep him there, apparently they get funded for it, so that's why they passed him off as a madman or some shit. So the guy goes, oh, he weren't mad, he was just like kind of really smart, but he still went around and like, you know, abused numerous children and all sorts of messed up stuff like that. You kind of got to be mad to do that, you know what I mean? So you can be smart, but he's definitely mad, mate. Like, look where the fucking cars are. Nah, don't worry about that. What about like the two people and everyone else who's on the street just then? They just disappeared like. Is this going to turn to the Hitcher from Creepshow 2? Thanks for the ride, lady.
Thanks for the ride, lady. Thanks for the ride, lady. Thanks for the ride.
To be honest, that was quite fair. She's like, you gonna check? He goes over, looks at the guy, looks at the back of his car, rubs his car, goes, not a scratch, and just goes off. That was quite funny, to be fair. Leaving a dead dude, like, you know.
Respect.
Right, can see why the men agreed to be in this film, because most of them are just fucking women all the time, like. Yeah, is that real? I'm guessing. I don't know. So she's licking his stump. Nice music, by the way, but they've got rubbing up and licking up a stump, and that don't look fake, that looks kind of very real, because I don't have the budget to do that, so... Okay. Dr. H. West. I wonder if that's Dr. Herbert West as a reference to the animator, like.
Maybe you know a shop where they sell them, but I'm afraid I do not.
He's like, yeah, I'd like to help you, but you tell me where I can get a leg from. No, a shop that'll sell them, you know what I mean? The nice sarcasm, mate. But what I'm going to say at this stage, right? There's been loads of sound effects and music choices. I'm like, you're making this comical, clearly. The first story especially was played kind of straight by the people. We're on story 3 now, and everyone's... I don't know if it was like they filmed up until this point, they were like, yeah, let's kind of make this a bit more self-aware now, guys, you know, because at this point, the characters are just playing up to it a lot more. Like, I'm not saying they haven't, you know, they have a bit, but at this point in the film, it's like as if he just kind of went a bit, yeah, let's just be stupid as fuck kind of thing, you know? So... the guy with one leg, is he an assassin? Because he's in a lift now and he's got a gun. Not easy to come by in the UK, by the way, so you've got to have connections, but I'm guessing he's an assassin or something like.
Not quite.
I don't hang out with the old crowd anymore.
That's good.
Yeah, I disbanded from Cradle of Filth, mate. What the fuck you meet me up? How funny would that be as if, like, this guy actually was an ex-member and he just randomly knocks on his door and he's like, fuck, oh, come on, mate, film the scene for me, do me a favour. Do you not remember you fucked me over in the contract and that? Like, this is why I live here now. Yeah, don't worry about that. Just a quick scene. Come on, bro. Cameo, innit? For the fans.
You've got something that I want.
Yeah, he's like, so you want me involved in a robbery? He's like, of sorts. Where do I come into it? You've got something I want, so you're getting robbed.
Your leg.
He wants his leg.
Exactly what I said.
No, Nick, don't fuck about, mate.
Ah, don't fuck about it. You really coming here to saw my fucking leg off, mate, after all we've been through? And he shot him in the head? And he is gonna just saw his leg off?
Bet your ass.
Like, listen to that sound effect and tell me they're not taking a piss, like, you know what I mean? Although he's fucking this up completely and it is quite rough now, like. She's gonna go back to the guy and take the leg and say, here we go, got one, attach it for me.
What?
So he just shot his surgeon who refused to replace his leg, I guess?
What the fuck?
Yeah, good question. What the fuck? Oh, she's attaching his leg. It looked like she was doing that to his leg. Surprise! Surprise! She's freaking out. She's funny as fuck, this woman, to be fair.
Whose leg is it?
Yeah, good question. She's just cutting straight through the shit. She's like, who's like, what the fuck, mate? No, like, oh, so you're on a waiting list and this surgery's a thing now? None of that. She's cutting straight through it. Fair play.
Respect.
And also, she had a thing about licking stumps, so if anything, she's kind of like, oh, you got a leg? I like Stumpy. They're probably the only woman in the world who would ever say that sentence. I like a Stumpy. Well, here's another thing. It's just being, like, sewed on now. Let's see, without any physical therapy or nothing, how he can magically walk on it now. Go on, let's see. Well, he's got crutches. Right. And he was just sewed on, by the way, you know. But, yeah. Expend my disbelief, this film is stupid. Okay. What, in the space he'd done a little lap around? Admittedly, he's just got a new leg. But, what, this guy came back... He's dreamt it, okay. I mean, we're like, shit, we done that in story 2, innit? Fuck. Look at this. She just had... What? She just sleeps with a syringe. The fuck? Alright. That's like dangerous as fuck. So is this like that movie Body Bags? Because a guy gets like... It's like some guy's arm... or his eye or something in it. No, Body Bags is the one where the guy gets the eye and he gets a vision of the killer, but then there's Body Parts, where he gets like the guy's arm because he has an accident and then he starts like being unable to control it. That came out in 95, so this is definitely seen that film, without a shadow of a doubt, for this story in particular. Oh yeah, we better add in the whole physical therapy side. Look at him just chucking it away. He's gonna start having a dance now and shit. Yeah, we better add this in, like, you know what I mean? Now, even though he's been able to do all this beforehand, you know? Probably put this in before? Yeah, fuck logic, fuck reality. Fuck that in this film, innit? Look at this, I was joking about him doing a little dance, and he is.
Fucking hell.
There you go, he's like, shit, yeah, Daddy Filth, he's supposed to be in this film, isn't he? Yeah, see his legs all going out of control, he can't control it and shit. Ah, did he just CGI for 2001? Like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, look at that.
Pathetic.
She's lost a leg and mangled, that was quite funny. That looks quite good actually, to be fair to him. Oh no, fuck, no, fuck. Oh, look at the fake glass. Oh, look at him now, ripping his leg off while the police are there. Stabbing at his leg. Oh, and then he stabbed himself in the neck? Okay. They said earlier the guy in the prison who's not Danny Filth can control people. Danny Filth's killed pretty much everyone. So far, he's coming to the aftermath. Is he going to take credit? Oh shit, I didn't kill these people. Stabbed this copper in the eye. I'll take credit for this kill. I think that's what happened. This like free surf. This is clearly like a genuine call centre kind of place, like in the UK, genuinely like. I wonder if Danny Filth was like, shit, my band's not doing too good, like, you know, part-time job here, you know. Guys, can I film in here, you know what I mean? I'll advertise you. Is this what happened to Danny Filth when, you know, Cradle of Filth weren't doing too much?
Well, Richard, busy as usual.
What is it about that suit that just don't suit him? It's oversized or something?
Sure,
look, it just don't look right. What the fuck?
Disturbing material.
What, has he been like watching snuff and shit in work
And
time?
yet you've not informed our operators of the dangers.
Yeah, look at her. She just, right in front, she goes, what's he on? It's like real death. So yeah, he's been watching snuff shit in work.
I don't let it affect me.
Glad to hear it.
So he's trying to say that's, he's explaining, going on, it's part of my job, his research
Where are
is
you
one of them
taking me
types, is he,
tonight?
alright? And now he's just imagining it all tied up. So this guy's a complete psycho. Alright, let's see where this story goes. I'm interested.
Sorry, Pen. And in the end, then back to mine for some coffee.
Keep in mind, the detective guy who's been like the creepy looking one who's been trying to follow him, this is his son. Because he goes after your family members as a curse thing. But his son's a dirty little bastard anyway, so it's like he deserves to die. I'm trying to think, like, I don't think anyone else has really deserved to die so far, have they? Like, you know what I mean? Well, besides the robbers, I guess, and they killed some guy, they deserved it. But the other two stories were like, a woman picks up the guy. That's what you get for picking up a guy? Oh, fucking hell, alright, fucking hell. And then the third one was, just a guy who just didn't have a leg. Well, I guess, yeah, he killed someone, didn't he? So he deserved it. Yeah, the first one, they weren't really evil people, but everyone else has been, so they kind of deserve what they get, but the first one, they didn't seem evil.
Yes, I fucking do.
Now, look at how his image has just gone completely still, but the mouse is still moving. Surely he should be doing this then. And why is he the background of it? Because that's not his reflection, he's the background of the website.
What?
I'm gonna say, it don't matter what job you do, even if, like, you know, you're creating fatalities for Mortal Kombat, like, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't allow you to go on some snuff websites, right? Because that's completely illegal. Research purposes or not, right? Right?
Well, duh.
Oh look, this guy, he's picking up hot chicks who just happen to be absolute fucking psychopaths, like, you know what I mean? Because they're into really fucked up shit, like. I'd never given permission to fucking make a story about my life. What the fuck is going on here?
What the fuck?
How did he hear that? Yeah, look at him just looking over him. He's just like, leave me to my fucking stuff. I can only assume that business is out of, well, they're not in business no more. So what do you pay this guy to do? He watched like fucking E-Bombs World and all that shit, didn't he? Like, you know, fucking whatever he's called back in the day. Yeah, but what did he do?
Penny?
Just watch it. Yeah, okay, but what did he do for your company?
Penny, it's Mary from work.
They made a film that no one knows about out of it? Give him the sack. Come on, buddy. So he battered fuck out of her.
What's he been saying about me? Nothing.
That's pretty decent effects, actually. Like, actually looks fairly realistic. Besides the eye, you can see, but if you did a quick glance, not a bad job, fair play. I typed in fuck, they kept going filth to Satan and all that, and that's what give him access, alright. Join, and you're going to put your actual card details in there. Not fake ones you've set up beforehand. No, never mind.
What an idiot!
Yeah, I just ate his money and turned the computer off. Awesome.
For your dismissal will be available on written request.
He's definitely reading like the fucking script there, or just was told it a minute ago. Yeah, it butted him. So this whole thing he's signed into, he becomes the director of it. Like, he chooses how this guy gets snuffed out and shit, you know what I mean? I've seen this concept done like quite a lot, but this came out in 2001, I said, so it's one of the earlier concepts of it, so fair play to it. Look, weapons, it gives you a list. How do you want him to get fucked up on that? Out of all the options, you had chainsaw, gun, and you chose fucking knife. Oh, here you go, knife to slice. You could add, like, so, okay. And then you can target whatever, so you can do it a number of times. Like, that's fucked up. That cost him 1,500 quid. Really? Is it worth that? Like, you know, if you're into this, surely you just go like, you know, if you're gonna eat my money like that, I may as well just go for the all-in, chainsaw fatal to the face kind of effort, right?
Bet your ass.
So a hammer to the face, like breaking your fucking nose, probably carving your face in, was 1,900. Or a slash to the arm was 1,500, so like 400 quid more, you're gonna, if you're into that, surely you just go for that first choice instead of waste that first cut, right? But he's chose chainsaw fatal, he has, and they didn't show that, right? Just him dribbling and laughing, alright? And here we go, he's lost everything for spending his money on snuff. Fair enough. Deserved.
Somebody somewhere knows where you are.
Sorry?
Guys, like, whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? Fair play to this guy, he plays like a creepy, sweaty freak. That's Ask Jeeves, what the fuck? Okay, whatever. But yeah, he plays it well, fair play to him. And you're gonna go on a snuff website, literally right where your monitor's angled at everyone to see.
Ah, go on.
That's a cool effect, how everyone's really sped up, but he's just taking his time, so, you know, effects where it's due. I can see what they've done, you can see on his hair how the whole, around his head, how the whole transpose, whatever, you know, they tried. He literally slept outside just to wait for him to reopen to go and log back in. So we got an email saying, come to Elm Drive. When this was just happening, you know, being a bit, come on, get on with it, you know what I mean?
Come on!
Can't say I do.
He's like, what, that internet thing, you know about it? He's like, nah, I don't know nothing about it.
There's loads of cables. There's fucking boxes, you name it, all in the spare room at the back.
In fairness, he's like, oh, there's like cables, boxes, shit in the spare room to crack on, like, you know what I mean? So, okay, technically don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but he knows what he's talking about, you know what I mean?
Best spot to be in for all the equipment.
So the back-end country of nowhere with fuck all internet access is the best place for them to have been to run a snuff online service? I get like being distinct in a back-end country if you want to set your place up there, but internet, shit speeds. Is that why he kept getting cut off the internet? Was it like that? Was that the reason why?
And in there is a light switch. Go straight.
I know what's going to happen. He's going into the room and he's going to become the victim of the next thing. Because he's like, go to this real back fucking dark place there, that's sketchy as fuck, on your own while I don't follow you.
Where'd you say the light was?
Yeah, of course, like, what an idiot. Now he's the next victim. Unlucky. Are you at least gonna try to fight back at least, or is he? Yeah, he's engulfing the Italian horror. Just accept death. Don't even try to fight back.
Pathetic.
And it was Danny Filth who logged in. I was gonna say, where is the last two stories? He'd be like, shit, we need to get Danny Filth, and oh, he's the one who logged in. He's the one who turned up at the scene at the end and killed police. Like,
yes, I understand.
Okay. Okay, so Danny Filth's turned up and snapped the neck in half, alright? So he's just gone into the asylum, older people up by the gun saying, take me to Campbell or whatever his fucking name is. Okay. He's like, take you know about your boy, shot him in his leg. He's like, sit down. While you leave all the security staff, go get security and whatever, make this quick if I was you, bud. He's just shooting him up.
Watch me.
Watch me kill evil. And like, what an idiot. And they missed him. Okay, what a fucking dweeb. Let me finish him. That's a bit... Okay. And now he's possessed... Danny was in one of these people. Alright, look at this. Okay. He's like, oh yeah, we better get Danny doing something in the film, innit? We got decapitation, alright?
Respect.
So he just got like, well, I suppose he gets shot up and that, like, but now he's given him the whole like...
Where's now father?
Father, so it was his dad. Alright. What, and he got fucking his head blown off? I thought it was going to be like a bad ending where like the bad guys win, but someone blew his fucking head off.
Hypnotize me, why don't you? Put a spell on me.
Yeah, put a spell on me then.
Will be.
Right, just shot. So has he finally killed him now, or what? I like this guy. He's like, no, I make it like he's like that kind of thing. I'm making sure there's no fucking sequel to this film, bro. Every fucking don't do that. Shoot him in the face like 20 times.
It's over.
It's over, and that happens. No idea what he said. So this is happening now. It's like Resident Evil 4. Well, it came up before Resident Evil 4 to be fair. Like, you know, so. Okay. Okay, so that was a Cradle of Fear from 2001 by Danny Filth from the band Cradle of Filth. Like, one thing I'm going to say straight away, when I said it was a gross film, yeah, it definitely holds up to it. Although it's quite cheap, there's definitely gross elements to it, but it's not as gross as I remember. It's the first story in particular that made me like, ugh, you know what I mean? But most of it is just kind of like quite silly, I guess, you know what I mean? Definitely having a laugh at this one, right? But it is a bit of a mix of a tone, because the first story, as like silly as it is, like the actors seem to be playing that one quite straight. Like they're not joking about, they're playing it pretty serious. But then some of the sound effects are like comical, like you'd see in a cartoon and shit like that. And I'm like, all right. And like with some of the music then, it's like super upbeat on like some really morbid parts. You're like, oh, it's done for comic value, I guess. So like part of me is thinking, was the initial idea, take this film serious, and midway through they were looking at it and going, dude, like, you know, we're not fully taking it serious, but like like rather than trying to be a serious tone, let's make it clear we're having a laugh. It felt like that in a bit of a way. But the premise of it being basically some guy who was like a disgusting rapist, murderer guy, goes to prison, and he's a hypnotist and shit. So where the Danny Filth guy comes in, I'm not too sure, but they're working together. How they met, and no, their father in it, obviously it's his father. He says at the end. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, basically it's them two, and while he's in prison, and Danny Filth is doing shit, so he's sending letters off to him to say kill people. So Danny Filth, because I make a comment going, oh, how come Danny Filth ain't killing these people, but they ain't? It kind of makes it up for it, because Danny Filth is only involved in some of it, but they make a point in saying he can also possess people, so they kind of cover their bases there, going, yeah, well, Danny Filth didn't kill him because that other possession happened. Right, fine. As silly as it is, it kind of covered it. They covered their base with that in a way, like, you know. It was fairly cheap, you know, but for what they did, most of it was alright, you know what I mean? Pretty much early on in this, like within the first story, you're gonna know if it's like you're in it or not. If you don't like the first story and stuff, it's more as much as like I guess a bit more slightly comical by the third and second story, I guess. Yeah, the second and third stories are more comical ones. You're still kind of getting what you're going for with it. So you'll check, if you're not liking it by the end of story one, check out basically, you know what I mean? So there's a very particular taste to this film, I will say, right? It is, I'll give it that. A lot of the effects, they've done quite well, but then some of them are really dumb. Most of the acting overall was alright, pretty good actually, I would say, especially for the guy in the fourth story tweaking out in that. Really good fucking job, mate. The woman in the third one, that's when I say it becomes kind of blatantly comical. She's really funny. I found her really entertaining and funny, but she's playing up to it. That's my point. That third story was a bit mad. Anyway, let's try and, like, you know, my head. So let's go. So first one, the woman. It's the one I remember the most, is the first story. Like the other ones, a lot of them I couldn't fucking remember. The first one though, with the woman, she sees Danny Filth in the club. And something I should mention, the reason all these people he's going after them is because his father went on trial, so all the judges and all that, he's going for like their son's daughters and that. Basically, that's what it is. Like, you know, you fucked over my dad, we're cursing them, even though it was nothing to do with them, but whatever, they're evil people, whatever. So Danny Filth is like, you know, stalking out this woman. She's liking it, blah, blah, blah. And again, like, with the father being like, they say he's hypnotist. What the fuck is with the devil world? They do show Danny Filth doing, he's a Satanist, basically. They do show parts of that. But then he takes her home, goes down on her, and then instead of fucking her, like, a tentacles come out of him, impregnate her, like, with some monster thing. So it is a little bit over the place with that. It's like, what the fuck is all this about? Like, but whatever, it's whatever. It's an excuse. She basically ends up having it come out of her, stabbing herself. Is that part of her just trying to kill it and going wild or being possessed? Her friend dies, people around him die and shit. So that was her as the first victim kind of thing. Fucked up, you know. It was the most, I'd say, gross and a bit part, like, you know what I mean? In the shower when she's sitting down, that's the worst part. The blood just starts coming. It's like, not for me, like, you know. Then the second story, we go into the two robbers, and then they take more of a comical tone. She's smacking the guy in the fucking head constantly. He's coming up. He's like, oh, he's deaf. That's why he can't hear us. He's been sleeping the whole time while we're trying to rob a house, but he woke up while we're doing it. That was okay, you know what I mean? It was okay. Some fairly comical moments. Like, at that point, I was like, right, I get what you're going for with this. The third one then, they kind of kept with the comical thing. The guy who had the one leg, and then he goes cutting off another guy's leg, and that happened, like, you know what I mean? So it was funny to watch, I guess. It was alright, but, you know, there was that. And then the fourth one, it goes back to being a really serious, like, really nasty tone with the whole snuff shit, like, where it's like, but that guy played that really good. He's like a proper sweaty guy. He's just, fair play. The acting on some of it was good, but then, like, the first story, the acting was like, you know what I mean? So it was over the place with the acting and shit like that. But what I liked about it, although it's an anthology film, there's a consistent thing for it. It's like a police investigation. All these deaths are happening, and they all end up being linked. So it's not like some random guy going, here's a story, here's a story, here's a story. It all gets linked. So I got to give them props for that. Like, they actually found a way to link it all. There was, like, a lot more thought put into it for the film called Cradle of Fear. I thought it was just going to be a gore fest, but it's more thought put into it. The detective guy, he grabs a woman's tit to get visions, so he somehow got kind of a connection with the power, which, I don't know, they don't really mention or go into all that, or whatever. But then from the rest of the film on, he's kind of a good guy, but he clearly was grabbing a woman's tit in the beginning, so it's hard to, you know, sympathise with him, so to speak, you know? But then, yeah, he just straight fucking shoots off fucking Danny Filth's head, kills the father, then Danny Filth comes back as Resident Evil 4 monster. That happened. But you know what? Although it was definitely all over the place, for everything he'd done in the effort-wise, I'm going to give it a Spud. Like, I quite enjoyed it. Like, you know what I mean? It was a lot more wild than I remembered. Not as disgusting. There is some moments of like, but overall, I remember going, oh, it was quite a disgusting film. There's a moment or two, but a lot of it's quite comical, if I'm honest with you. Dark comedy, of course, but honestly, it was a lot more comical than I remembered. That's what I'm getting at, you know? So respect them. They're having a laugh doing it. You know, that was the main thing. They all, like, had a laugh doing it. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but if, like, you know, just watching my review and, you know, my reactions, if you like, that scene was quite cool, that's all right. Give it a watch, mate. Watch it yourself. Watch it in full and see what you think. But on that note, if you have seen it, what did you make of it? If you got any movies to suggest, let me know. Otherwise, I've been Maniacal Mac. So thanks for joining. Until next time, peace out.
Maniacal Mac.